Hello, guys. Welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Harry Fryer. He's had 8 professional fights, 7 wins, 1 defeat, and three. Is it 2 wins or 3 wins by knockout?
It's only one, mate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
one. Sorry.
yeah,
When you beat that Delmar, didn't you, Thomas?
yeah,
Delmar Thomas, was it?
yeah. Down Thomas, yeah.
Because that was we'll just jump straight into that fight. That was your first, I would say your first 50-50 kind of, because he was 5-1 at the time, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, got put to us. He lost against Sam Noakes. Got stopped by Sam Noakes. So he's been in a big fight before. It were a fight what were 50-50. More probably 60-40 in his favour because he's had he's a good kid. And I knocked him out in 2 rounds. So not
Yeah.
really.
When they
So
come to fight, mate, you knock them out.
yeah, that's it. For a standing fight with me, I hit him on chin to go down.
So after, when you went back in your to your corner after the first round, did you always, like, after the first round, did you feel like you were going to stop him in that second round, or?
You know what? It was very open. So when after that first round, I knew he came forward. What was always going to be suited for me, someone who's going to come forward. I'm gonna be able to hit him. So when after the first round we got back into the corner, I said to him, I can catch him with a left hook, and I knew we were open. And when it was just about timing. Made sure I slipped it, and I came over, and it caught him, and that was
Flush shot as well.
that. Yeah, it was a good, decent shot.
Would you say that's been your favourite win, as it was like the
Um,
knockout?
yeah, it was definitely my favourite win. Like I said, it was a knockout, a good one punch knockout, so it was decent to have.
Yeah. So before we talk about any of your other fights, how did you first start boxing?
I started when I was young. I started when I was 6 year old. My dad took me to the gym. It was a friend of my dad's. He got me involved. It was his gym. He just said, "Come down, let him punch a couple of bags," and then I just loved it from the first day I've done it. So
So did you have a big amateur career?
yeah, I had about 100 fights, maybe a bit over 100 fights as an amateur boxer GB. I won 2 nationals. I won about 10 Yorkshire titles. So I had decent pedigree in amateurs, boxed for England. Yeah, so I had a good amateur career, to be fair.
So are you signed with Mark Bateson, aren't you?
No, I'm not signed with him. I box in his promotions. My manager's Danny, who's my coach, and my coach Rob Stevenson. So really, we're not really signed with anyone. That's why we could go away. Like my last fight, we were in Doncaster on Steffi Bull's promotion.
I mean,
Where
what a fight that was.
yeah, you know what?
Even though it didn't go your way, what a fight.
It were one of these. Like I had 9 months out. This is what I regret. I had 9 months out, and that opportunity came. I should have really had another fight, like another 6 rounder, warmed in, and then gone into that.
But it
But
was such a big opportunity. I think it was an English title eliminator or something.
yeah. It
So,
was a big. Go
for
on, mate.
you, even though you didn't get the win, it like it was pretty close though.
Yeah, I think the scorecards. I think they had it a bit wider than I thought. But I just couldn't
When
get
it
into my
went to
rhythm.
decision,
Yeah.
did you think that you did enough, or?
No. In my head, I thought I started a bit too slow, and he got into his rhythm. He didn't. He never hurt me. He just outboxed me. And when I let my shots go, I thought I hurt him a couple of times. But he's a good kid, Lewis. I respect him. And hopefully he goes and wins the English title, and maybe I'll meet him again later on for the English title. Maybe.
Maybe for the English title, you never know.
Yeah, maybe, mate. Hopefully.
So, so when you fought Lewis, did you feel like you had to knock him out, kind of?
I don't know. I would have took a knockout. I think I could beat him. I think I needed to be more active. That's what I regret. Like I said, 9 months out from my last fight. I think that paid a big difference. I think he boxed a couple of months like before that. So
Were you the main event?
no, there were another fight after that. Jimmy Joe Flint. He boxed Joe Garside
Oh
after me for
yeah,
the
yeah.
area time.
So you
But
were
we
the
were,
co-main event.
yeah, cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Was it good, like being like the second last on?
yeah, good experience. I enjoyed it. I loved the atmosphere. The crowd were really good. Like from my side, I had like over 100 people that came. He had a lot more obviously because it's his own show, but
Yeah,
it were
but you
real.
seem like you do well with the tickets if you still brung 100 over.
Yeah, I did. Like I said it wasn't too far. Doncaster, Leeds, it's not too far. So I did manage to get a couple of people over. Like I said, about 100 people. So
How many do you normally sell, like roughly?
I've always thought about 100, just
That's
always
good.
about 100. So I'm always decent at selling, with family, a couple of friends, and then more friends, like their friends come. So it's always good.
Yeah, so you seem like you bring a good crowd.
Yeah, but they're loyal. They've always come. Every fight I've had
So
the same people. And
how did you feel like taking your first defeat? How did you feel like after the fight?
I were upset, disappointed to be honest. Disappointed in myself and my performance.
Do you think you could have done more?
Oh yeah, I could have done that a lot more to be fair. Like I said, I think it's all learning.
Sula, yeah, and
Yeah.
he was quite a bit more experienced than like he's had quite a few more fights than you. I mean,
Yeah.
and I think that was your first 10 rounder.
Yeah. But I've only done 6. I've only done 2 6-rounders.
And
So
I think he done a 10 round before. If I'm
I think his last fight were a 10-rounder because he was meant to fight for the area title. No, the English title eliminator. The last fight, and then he got pulled off, so he had to just still box a 10-rounder. So like I said, he had the experience, and he's a good kid, and I respect him. But hopefully, he goes and wins that English title. I'll win this area title fight in June, and then maybe
Can you say who you're fighting for the area title, or just not just yet?
Yeah, the lad who's got it is Josh Padley.
Oh yes, Josh. Yes.
Yeah, he beat Jimmy first.
That was a good fight.
I didn't go to it, but I heard it were a good fight.
Yeah, I've seen a few clips of that. It was decent fight that. Because Jimmy, I thought Jimmy was going to win that. To be fair, because
he's a good kid, Jimmy. He's tough in it. He's fighting boxing on Sky as well, isn't he? So hopefully
he fought that Corey Gibbs and then he's rematching him.
Yeah, he's got a fight with him next. I know. Yeah, seeing that. I hope he wins.
Because you never know, you might fight Jimmy or Corey if everything goes to plan. Like, because that's where you want to be, really. Because you guys want to be on the TV.
Well, yeah, 100%.
What your fight against Delmar, wasn't that on that was live stream? Because I think I remember watching it.
Yeah, it were MTK. What put that on?
Mm-hmm.
So with Mark Bateson promotion, MTK Mark Bateson, what put that on. So yeah, that was live, and I enjoyed it. I've never, like I said, I had all these big names and big kids. Like this fight when I boxed Lewis, that came around, we got an opportunity to fight for an English title eliminator.
How many weeks notice did you get?
Oh, we got like a good 8 week, so we got a good training camp. Yeah, but we couldn't say no to it. It was one of them ones where we could say no and go to it later on, and fight.
But that's because you took it, which is good. Which was good because if you won that, then you would have fought for the English title, and I'm sure the English title is. Would you say that's kind of September time if everything goes to plan against Josh? You'll try look for it maybe in English this year.
Yeah, well, like I said, if I get this area title, it puts us right up there. I've seen Josh Padley is like ranked 5th in Britain, so he's really high ranked up. So that could be if I beat it.
He's ahead of I think he's ahead of the English champion as well.
Yeah, he is.
And Sam Oakes.
Yeah, he is. I've seen that. Like I said, if if it can all goes to plan and I win and beat
Yeah,
him,
and you'll take his ranking, mate.
yeah, and then hopefully I could get another big fight, maybe on like a a
Or
big platform.
BT, Sky.
Yeah, anything.
What fighters do you like look up to you? No, like look up. Like what fighters do you like watching? I mean,
I've always been a big Canelo fan. To
mm-hmm.
be fair, all Canelo style. I've always liked the good top like box fighters.
So with Canelo, of course he's fighting John Ryder next month.
Yeah.
I suppose you're saying Canelo knockout as well.
Yeah, I think so.
What rounds?
I think John Ryder's a real good fighter, tough, strong fighter. So I think it'll go late. I think it may be about 9 or 10. Maybe.
Oh really?
Yeah. I don't think it'll be. I think John Ryder's very strong and tough. So I think it'll probably go late. That. Yeah.
Fair enough. What about who else is there? Do you like Josh Warrington?
Yeah, Josh. I'm a good mates with Josh. He's always he's come to a couple of my fights. I used to box at the same amateur gym as Josh. So when he started going pro at 18, I was like a 10-year-old kid. But I remember watching him train as an amateur.
Hopefully you fight on one of his undercards.
Oh, hopefully. I'd love that. One day.
Or just one in like one like on his undercard.
Yeah, it'd be good. Like I said, Josh has come to a couple of my fights. His dad was there at the Lewis fight.
Who do you think he should fight next?
I don't know. A minute.
Because for him, because does he wait around for the win? Does he fight Lara v Wood, the winner of that, or Conlan v Lopez?
I think Josh needs to fight now, like in a couple of months' time, and then fight the winner.
I think he should have like a warm up, like a comeback.
Yeah.
And then like back end of the year, like September time or something. Then he'll fight the winner of one of those two fights.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he should do the same.
Who do you think wins those two fights?
To be fair, that Wood and Lara, that first fight, I thought I had Wood winning the fight easy.
Yeah,
but Lara's just, it takes one punch.
And then he just turned round and just knocked him out.
I think if Wood can do the same game plan.
If he can box.
Yeah, and just not get hit and just not switch off. I think he switched off for that little second. And then that's all it takes for that Lara to catch you.
I had him winning out. I think I gave him every round up until he just
got caught.
It just happens in boxing. You just switch off and you're gone.
Yeah, it does. That's what boxing. That's why it's the best sport in the world, isn't it? Anything can happen. One punch.
Did you see that Joe Joyce fight yesterday?
Yeah, I watched it. A bit disappointed in Joe. I think I like that.
He needs to learn that in boxing you can move your head.
Yeah, he took too many shots, didn't he?
And he needs to get his guard up because he blocks the shots with his face. Yeah,
he's got a good chin, but
he has,
chin. You know what I mean? Like I said, his eye. Look at the state of his eye. You know, you don't want to be taking too much, especially off them big guys. That Zhang is a big guy, isn't he? You don't want to be taking too many shots off him, like he did, and that's why he lost. But I think he'll come back. I still think
I reckon he should just go for the immediate rematch. I reckon he still could beat Zhang.
Yeah, I think he can outwork him, and he hits hard, but he just needs to learn how to not get hit.
Yeah, he needs to improve on his defense a bit.
Yeah, he does, 100%.
Yeah. What about that Conlan v Lopez? Oh wait, so with Lara Wood, who you edging to? Like, who you backing for that?
I hope Wood does it.
Yeah.
But I think the same result will happen. I think Wood might get caught again, and
I reckon Wood's I reckon it could be the same situation, like Wood, and then Lara just,
Yeah.
I reckon. Imagine if it's round 12 as well, you'd just be going, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, you'll be absolutely
I,
gutted.
I
Especially
reckon round
in
I reckon round 8 to 7. I reckon same situation kind of.
yeah, yeah. I do. I hope Wood does it because I think
Same.
it's a bit like his story's good as well.
Because
So,
I want Woods to win as well, and then maybe Wood v Warrington, like if when Josh
yeah,
comes back,
in
gets
a
like
big
a
stadium
fight, he
fight.
wins, and then because that's the biggest fight out there really
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
division. That well for the British domestic for the scene,
yeah, yeah.
we all want to see that fight, don't we? Would v Josh.
Then
But what about because Conlon v
that
Lopez as
Lopez.
well?
Um, I watched that Lopez fight against Warrington. I thought Josh started a bit slow
Mm-hmm.
and then took
Then he
over a bit
sort of
later.
came the later rounds. He came back into it a bit.
Yeah, but he's had a broken jaw on it, so I think you were a bit worried about that. But I think
What when
Conlon,
he fought Kiko?
yeah, he broke his jaw when he brought Kiko, didn't he? But it was his first fight back, wasn't it, from after Kiko?
I think so.
So,
Yeah.
so I think he might have been a bit worried about his jaw getting hit and maybe the same situation happening. So that's why I think Josh started a bit slow and trying not to get it and lost a couple of rounds. But I
Yeah.
think Conlon can win that fight.
You
And
say,
again,
and
I,
it's in his hometown as well.
yeah, exactly. I think he's a good fighter. I know we got knocked out by Lee Wood in that
Oh,
last
what
round.
a fight that one was though.
Oh yeah,
I
really
mean,
good
I'll
fight.
definitely pay to watch that to see that again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If like I said, if Wood beats Lara, Conlon beats Lopez, that could happen, couldn't it? That could happen again, and in a big stadium fight. There's plenty of good fights there, especially with Josh.
So are you
Uh,
back in Conlon on points?
yeah, I think Conlon wins on
Yeah,
points.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him yesterday, Conlon actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, at a local show. Yeah,
Oh, did you? That's good. Good
yeah.
lad, isn't
I said good luck to him, and he said thanks.
he? That's good.
I didn't tell him I wanted Lee Wood to beat him though.
Yeah, don't tell him that.
No, but yeah, he's a good fighter, Conlon.
Yeah, he is a really good
Because
fighter.
he was 100% winning that fight against Lee.
Yeah, he was.
Like
I said,
when he knocked Lee Wood down in that first round, I thought it was over.
yeah, I did. I thought he wasn't getting up, and Lee Wood showed a great chin and heart, didn't he? To
Because
keep going.
Lee Wood always loves a late KO, doesn't he? So you just never
Yeah, he
miss
does.
him as well.
Yeah, he's a
Because
good
this
fighter.
featherweight division's looking very good at the minute.
Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? We're all fighting each other as well.
But I agree with you. I think Conlon. I reckon split.
Yeah,
Because Lopez he's good.
yeah, he's a good fighter.
So for you, like, what's your ideal what's like the goal for like this year? Just the English title, is that the goal really?
I want to be more busier. So like I said, I've got this fight in June. Well, it's getting confirmed hopefully next couple of weeks. I know that's going to be a good fight, an hard fight. I know that Josh Padgett again is a real good kid.
Be a good fight.
Yeah, I think we can beat him. So we're confident in that. As long as I'm on 100%, I think I can beat him. Maybe even knock him out if we catch him right. I know he's a good. He likes to come forward and get stuck in as well. So that suits me to the ground.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll win the area title, and then we'll see what's there. I don't want to be fighting journeymen all my career.
Yeah, because you fought quite because I think you fought about what 5.
Yeah, I think I boxed 5 journeymen and then I boxed Del Mar in a 50-50. And
I
then
thought you were meant to fight Ronnie Clark.
yeah, we were
What
twice.
happened with that one?
He pulled out twice. We had the fight confirmed date.
And then did Delmar step in?
No, Del Mar were before that. I beat Del Mar, and then the next fight were meant to be Ronnie Clark.
And then who did you fight? Did you fight Carl Sampson or something?
Yeah, he pulled out 2 weeks before, and then Carl jumped in.
He's a tough man, Carl.
Yeah, he's a good lad as well. Really tough, and I like Carl a lot.
I think he went like 4 wins on the bounce as well, taking people's O's.
Yeah, and KO'd someone as well, didn't he? TK someone as well.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
He'll go on the road and upset quite a few people, I reckon.
100%. Yeah, I agree. I think he's got the skill. He can box.
Like he goes for the win like all the time, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's what like learning, for a young prospect.
Because like you can't sell enough tickets, which ticket sales is hard because I've spoke to quite a few boxers, and it's hard selling tickets. So some fighters, like some of these journeymen, have had like very good like amateur careers. It's just they can't sell tickets.
Yeah, it's true. It's an hard thing to sell tickets, and you sometimes get a lot of letdowns. Like people say they'll buy tickets and then they don't, and then it's easier to go on the road.
So your fight against Josh is it in Leeds?
We don't know yet. It's in purse bids, so it depends who wins the purse bids. Hopefully, it will get it in Leeds, so that'll be good if we can.
And then you'll have everyone backing you.
Yeah,
hometown, and it'll be even sweeter if you won it in your hometown.
Oh yeah, yeah, it would be. But I'm not bothered if it goes to their home show. I think.
Yeah, and then you'll just have to upset him on his show.
Yeah, I think he's from Doncaster, so it'll be. I think it'll be if he wins it, it'll be.
Oh, it's just he fought that Jimmy in Bradford, I think.
Yeah, he did. I think because Jimmy was.
No, I thought Jimmy's from up your way.
I think it's Halifax, Jimmy.
I think he is, yeah.
Yeah. But I think he trains around Bradford area, I think.
Yeah.
And that's where he fights his shows.
So before I let you go, do you want to just shout out anyone who's like just helped you, who's helping you?
I just want to shout out all my people that come and watch me, really. And my couple of sponsors, Lumi Aesthetics, and stuff like that. What they help me out. My coaches, they do a lot for me, especially my manager Danny Thornton. Yeah, he's helped me out. He's put a lot of money into me, and hopefully I can repay him back. And my coach Rob. So fingers crossed, I'll win a title this year. And
yes,
then move on to
fingers crossed. And good luck with the fight, and just keep smashing it, mate.
I will do. Cheers, pal. And
bye,
you too,
mate. Thank you.
Cheers, pal.